Rebel Radio presents
Cannabis and coffee, a vicious cycle of love. Cannabis and coffee, a boy leads to a cup of Joe. Joe hands me a joint, we can taste so nice with a macchiato.
This is your host, Dom and
Tory.
And we have a guest with us today. We have Nick with us. How are you today, Nick?
Hey guys, how are you? Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
No worries. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
And can you tell us where are you from?
Well, I grew up in Northern Maryland, in a town called Street. Yeah, surrounded by cornfields on three sides, and not too far from a river. So I grew up in the country, and we enjoyed the life out there. You know, from the cornfields, and that's where I prefer to stay. Right now, I live in Bel Air. I don't know if you're familiar. It's like
Okay, cool.
so it's nice. You know, living on my once having my own place is cool, and
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
Cool. So of course I would assume, of course you're a patient as well. How long have you been a patient?
hard. Not too long, but been involved with cannabis for many years before that.
I was just about that was segue into my next
Yeah.
question. You were a connoisseur before that.
Right.
I started using cannabis at closer to 17 than I was 16, but I was still 16. After that, I kind of discovered that this plant, there was more than meets the eye. There was some special qualities to it. And besides the fact that psychotropic properties, it also had pretty phenomenal medicinal ones that I myself had taken advantage of. I knew from pretty early age that this would be formative.
Absolutely. So you're talking about the terpenes, correct?
Yes, wonderful, but terpenes is what I search for.
Absolutely. Now, that's basically, well, not basically. Well, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
What really excites me
Yes.
with the cannabis plant is how it is phenomenal in so many different areas, and each terpene has their own characteristic and effect, and that's what I really want to get into as far as when you get your medicine, you have the list of all the terpenes on it. I want to know what the scale is, like what is a high percentage of, say, the limonene, or what is it? Humulene. I can't pronounce
Yeah.
any of these.
When you do your review down
Yeah.
for us, like pretty much, like, can you do that for us? Like, give us like an example, like your favorite strand.
Right, yeah.
And
What you prefer?
well, there's a lot of really good stuff in Maryland. I think that honestly, I don't want to go for it, but I think my favorite strain might have to be the Georgia Pie by Cookies. I've had some strains. I really think I've gotten it 3 times, and every time I've gotten it, it is just exactly what I want to see from a medical terpene one. I got the
Oh, it's phenomenal. What's 3.33?
I'm sorry.
What's the terpene? It's like 333.
Terpene percentage is 3.16. That's pretty high. You normally don't see this over I mean, you will. I think out in California they have higher testing, but they don't actually give terpene. It's I went down to DC and I didn't get terpene.
Mm.
No.
This is getting high. This is not a medicine. Like people were walking there thinking this is going to get me real high, not this is going to alleviate this medical, condition because of their cannabinoids. People extremely important, but a mixture of other cannabinoids. I hunt for CBD. Cannabinoids. Herb-wise,
Yeah.
if we were to look at this Georgia pie, it's dominant, then caryophyllene at 0.66%, and then it's a mixture of linalool, humulene, brands, miralipid. So, I'm going to go for the Miracle Alien Cookie. Here it is. This one has 4 terps of significant levels that are going to affect you. Myrcene at almost a full percentage. Thionine, limonene at a half percentage at 0.54%. Linalool at 0.35, and then we got caryophyllene at 0.34. So those are all terpenes at high levels that are going to give you effect. So when I look for my, maybe if it has 2% terps, great, but if all the terpenes are one terpene, or 2 terpenes, and those may not be what you need,
Right. Well, that's that's why you have to kind of find the terpenes that suit you. I prefer sativas.
Yeah.
Or hybrids that are sativa dominant. I really do like the hybrids.
And see, I'm more indica,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm more,
But I don't have it with me, but I did get some Rhythm black Afghan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's really nice. I need to share that with you. Anyway.
And I gotta show you some Gorilla Glue. What was it? Yeah, that's.
But anyway, back to the Georgia pie.
Sure.
That is perfectly balanced. I mean, for me anyway, it's the perfect balance of relaxed, but aware, and it lasts forever. For me anyway. I mean, I'm not a huge smoker. I like maybe 2 hits, and two or I like 1 and done actually, but if it's really nice tasting, I'll do 2. Okay. And I don't have to buy a lot, and I don't, I kind of do it certain times of the day. So that being said, especially for any kind of pain, my when I was younger, I fell off a Tarzan swing at about 10, maybe 8 or 10. So I've always had problems with my back. Okay. But that's no excuse, because your bones regenerate every 7 years. So even though I had that injury, and it did kind of, screw me up a little bit, that injury is gone. What's left is the effects of having the injury on my sciatic as you get older. I'm just saying, this is much needed relief. And it's, it's not just for getting high, anymore. Basically, it's nice that you can, and that's great. But especially if you have to function and work, you really need something that's going to give you clarity and focus and energy. And when you get home and you want to chill, you have your other, the flip side, just to relax and have a great sleep.
But of course, what I appreciate about you is that, of course, regardless of what you do, is you need to educate yourself. That's what I appreciate about your reviews, and that's what drew me again. Like I said, to your page, it was like, this is on something, and I always was, sharing knowledge myself. It was like, do you not see the terps on this thing? Do you not see the limonines and the myrcenes on this? Like, that's what I was on, some mad geeky shit with it, and it was like most people was looking at me like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about, Dom? Like, I'm just trying to get high. It was like, no, bro.
No,
Like,
there's
the
so much
percentage
more,
of it, it was like, it's so much more than what you're saying, because even the percentage, like, I feel like low percentages can be even better than like 30%. Like,
Exactly.
so you're doing, you're looking at certain situations,
Yeah.
but
And
I just appreciate you sharing that knowledge. What made you come across making the social media for it?
Oh,
Like, what sparked that?
Well, honestly, I think one day enough people had told me that you need to start a channel. When they hear me just sit down and be like, "Oh man, you taste this and flavor, of either street or medical weed," they'll be like, "I don't know, man, maybe, but you should go start a channel." So I was like, maybe I should, and I like to give back. I like to help people.
Mhm.
I think that maybe something along the lines is what I want to do with the rest of my life. I love psychology, I love weed, but I really think that maybe moving into um, cannabis field or some of the new emerging like towns, specifically psilocybin, is something that I'm really interested in. I love because I think that's great potential there. I know that John Hopkins actually published some of that. Um, so yeah, if psilocybin maybe doesn't pan out so much, and that is a huge interest for me. It's a passion. I believe that it can help people. So why I put a big effort for it.
That's cool. I got some of it. The Johns Hopkins situation. Yeah,
Uh,
that's cool. Sharing that knowledge, like I said, is definitely dope, bro. And any other questions you have?
let's see. I don't know.
What do you prefer?
Yeah. What's your favorite
As far
strain?
as
Oh, you already said pipe.
like, do you prefer the grass? Do you prefer the concentrate? Or
Right.
like edibles? Like, do you have a preference, or do you just, is it all? It's like, hey, it is what it is.
For flower, I do love books, so I will be buying edibles on a pretty regular basis. I keep concentrates around the house, but not the daily. I have been in love with the new Evermore concentrates. I buy a colada. Now, if you like sativas, this is a wonderful hybrid for me that keeps me focused. I mean, if I will right before work, and I am ready to go. I'm clear, I'm focused. I've got a nice calm high going on. Stress, anxiety, if that's something that you struggle with, and it's got a decent, but it's not gonna slow you down. So yeah, I was gonna say if you like clarity, like that sativa, pinene is probably gonna be the perfect too. For me, it always keeps me clear. It always keeps so yeah. Overall, I would say I'm probably flower, but I do love flowers. Keep them fun. They're tasty. It's fun to play with it. But yeah, I think I recently have been staying away from pre-made country price. They're not what they say. So if you will see on some of the Wana
Who's that again?
All production for this show has been done by
Rebel Media Group. Let's build your brand with you.
Contact us to take your business to the next level.
You can email us at mediarebelgroup@gmail.com.